Hey, it's Mel, I hope you're doing well and welcome back to Creep Week. This is a series that I started on my channel a while back. You guys really seem to like it, which I'm very happy about. And for those of you that are new to the channel, it's lovely to have you here. Today we're going to be talking about the English folklore tale of an entity known as Spring-Heeled Jack. Before Jack the Ripper terrorised London, there was first Spring-Heeled Jack. There's a lot to cover, so let's get into it. Spring-Heeled Jack emerged in the Victorian era. The first sighting of Spring-Heeled Jack was in London in January of 1837. A servant named Mary Stevens was walking to Lavender Hill when a figure leaped out at her with his claws. She screamed and got the attention of a man nearby who searched for the attacker but was unable to find him. Following the first account, 7 other young women reported similar sightings throughout London. Spring-Heeled Jack is described as a tall, pale, shape-shifting figure. His body is thin and he had eyes which resembled, quote, red balls of fire. He breathed white and blue flames, had superhuman speed, and he wore tight-fitting clothing with a cape and a helmet which had horns attached. He also did voice mimicry and he got his name by leaping into alleyways, jumping over walls and rooftops. Spring-Heeled Jack loved to cause chaos and he mainly targeted young women. Before he attacked someone, he would actually stare at them through their windows, their homes, which is creepy to begin with. He had a very nasty habit of attacking women, either scratching them and ripping their clothes off and kissing them, which is just, personal space would be nice, thank you. The day after the incident with Mary Stevens, Spring-Heeled Jack was actually seen near her house. He jumped in the way of a carriage passing by and the driver drove off the road, severely hurting himself. Then the creature escaped by jumping over a 9-foot wall. The Times newspaper covered a story about Spring-Heeled Jack after another attack occurred. On the 19th of February 1838, 2 girls, 18-year-old Lucy Scales and Jane Aslott, were attacked while at home. The doorbell rang and Jane answered the door to find a man claiming to be a police officer and he was asking for a candle. She got the candle and went back to the door to find a hideous cloaked man, whose clothing resembled oilskin. He tore off her clothes with his claws and Jane ran for safety. The creature had scratched her neck and arms. She was saved by a sister and the creature ran away. I took my jacket off because I was really warm. Back to the video. Spring-Heeled Jack has a very high-pitched laugh and he can speak English. He one time growled at a gardener, climbed a wall and chased the gardener on all fours, until he finally decided to leave. A lot of people questioned if this demon was actually a man. A man called Thomas Milbank was arrested and tried at Lambeth Street Court because he claimed he was Spring-Heeled Jack. However, he was soon released because he was found unable to spit fire, which Jane Aslott claimed her attacker was able to do. That to me is absolutely hilarious. Like, you have a man who's been arrested and tried, yet everything is dropped because he simply cannot breathe fire. Like, what do you expect? For all we know, Jane might have been having a few drink or two, answered the door and was just like out of it. Spring-Heeled Jack was written about in many newspapers and he became the subject of plays. His fame grew. Another wave of attacks occurred in 1843. Attacks on carriage drivers became more common. After an attack, Spring-Heeled Jack always managed to escape by leaping over rooftops and walls, and no one knew his real identity. In July of 1847, an investigation into Spring-Heeled Jack occurred in Teganmouth, Devon, leading to a man named Captain Finch getting arrested. He was convicted of assaulting 2 women while wearing a skin coat which looked like a bullock's hide, a skull cap, horns and a mask. In the early 1870s, the Peckham ghost was reported by multiple people. It was a white figure which scared people in Peckham and its vicinity. There was also a park ghost in Sheffield, both of which locals believed was actually Spring-Heeled Jack. One of the most notable sightings occurred in August 1877 from a group of soldiers in Aldershot's barracks. A soldier noticed a strange figure in the darkness, who ended up slapping him in the face. When a guard shot at the figure, there was no visible effect. The figure disappeared into the darkness with long leaps. That same year, Spring-Heeled Jack appeared in Newport Arch in Lincoln, Lancashire. A mob chased him and shot at him with no effect. He then escaped. The last reported sighting of Spring Hill Jack was in 1904 in Liverpool. Even though there were suspects, no one was ever caught or identified as Spring Hill Jack, leaving some people to believe he was just a man with copycats, following in his footsteps decades later. The details of him breathing fire and having bright red eyes are a result of gossip, news stories and superstition. However, some people believe that Spring Hill Jack was a paranormal creature. The case of Spring Hill Jack remains a mystery. Now time for final thoughts. I personally believe that he was just a man in a costume who attacked women and caused mass panic. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and also I hope you enjoy the Creep Week series. I have a lot of fun videos planned, so stay tuned. Also, don't forget to hit the post notification bell down below and just make sure it's on all, just so you get notifications on when I post a video. Feel free to leave a comment below on what your thoughts are on this case. Do you think it was a paranormal entity? Do you think he was a man? Let me know. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.